What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And this is the first in what I hope to be a multi-video series on the channel. I think I'm going to call it How to Win at YouTube or How to Succeed at YouTube. If I had $1 for every time somebody asked me how to succeed at YouTube, I would be filming this from my mansion in Beverly Hills. Unfortunately, that's not the case. All I have is a bunch of questions I've never fully answered. And so I'm going to try to answer some of those in a series. First, I want you to consider the source that all this is coming from. I have about 1.8 million subscribers, and I have so many several millions of views, average 200 to 300,000 views a day. So that's success by a lot of different ways. I'm certainly no Pewds, but I'm certainly nobody with, 15 subscribers either. And what got me here, it was a lot of luck. I got very lucky, a lot of persistence, and a lot of time and effort to try to hone my voice. And so really some basic stuff, and we're going to go over that basic stuff as the series progresses. But today I want to focus on one very simple thing. And I want you to ask yourself the question, why do you want to succeed on YouTube or streaming or anywhere else that you want to succeed in social media? Why do you want to succeed? Now, some of you have said that I need the money. Some of you have said I'm having trouble getting work. Some of you have said that I need the persistent income. Some of you have said that I want to be rich and famous. And I'm just going to go ahead and say right now that these are terrible reasons to want to get into YouTube. And I'll do a little number crunching here for you right now. Right now, there are millions of people trying to do the exact same thing that you're doing. And there's only so many millions of people watching. Now, a lot of people that make it to the top have all those views funneled up through the YouTube system, through people sharing their content, through liking, commenting, that kind of thing. The people that are down to the bottom, there's hundreds and thousands of you, and those guys are definitely going to have to scrape by to get the ad revenue, to get the number of views that they need to make a consistent living. The truth of the matter is, only a handful of people are ever going to be the #1 most viewed on YouTube. Only a handful of people are ever going to get their own Nickelodeon show, and only a handful of people are ever going to make enough money to where they can do YouTube or streaming full time. Statistically speaking, you're not going to be that person. Furthermore, even if you are one of the people that gets to make it, everyone has their own personal YouTube bubble, which will eventually pop. Now, what this means is you may earn a living for a few years, but at the end of those years, that money's going to go away. If you don't have an after YouTube plan, if you don't have an after streaming plan, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. If you're planning for this to be your lifelong career, it's a bad choice. And that's not even considering the fact that YouTube's bubble may eventually pop, just like MySpace, just like so many other websites. And then what are we going to do? Now, some of you have said because you love it. And that is definitely the right attitude, and it's exactly what we're looking for here. If you love the art of creating a video, if you love the process of capturing and building, if you love sharing it with an audience, no matter the size, then you are the kind of material that will make it here on YouTube. And if it's about money, if you still want money, that's fine. We all want money. We need to make a living. It's a very natural way to feel. But if you don't have a passion for creation, a passion for the process, a passion for having your content viewed even just by your mom who says she loves it, even though it sucks just because she loves you, then you may be in the wrong field. Furthermore, most of the people that didn't make it near the top or made it so that they could do it for a living, they may have wanted the money. They may have needed the money, but the reality of it is they were in love with it. They were in love with the attention. They were in love with the creation process. They were in love with just sharing and being on the internet. And this is particularly important because every YouTuber who's ever made it, everybody who's made it near the top or even somewhere near the middle has stared at the numbers, has stared at their bank account, and sat there and pulled their head out and said, why am I doing this? It's a waste. It's a mistake. Am I fucking crazy? But you know what always brought them back? Love of the process. Some of you, albeit a rare few of you, have answered that this is a step in the direction that you want to go. That one day you want to be a director, you want to be a writer, you want to be a videographer, maybe you want to be a filmmaker of some sort, and this is how you're going to cut your teeth. And if you are that person, hey man, Absolutely. This is the greatest way in the world. You'll get practice every day, you'll get feedback on what you create, and you'll learn and learn and learn. And because so many of you are gamers, and I know we all want to be that gaming YouTuber that everybody watches, so many of you are going to say, I'm doing it just because I love games. And if you're using it as an excuse to find a way to play more games, more power to you. Welcome to the club. And you know, there are thousands of other answers you could have given to that question. Some are good and some are bad. But let's focus on these simple things. Number one, YouTube is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not going to happen. It may happen for a handful, but it's probably not going to happen to you. Secondly, it's not a way to become famous. You're probably never going to be e-famous because most of us are watchers and very few of us get to be watched. Even those who desperately want to, even those with the most amazing lungs in the world who can sing or play an instrument or act their asses off, never get viewed by anybody other than people that watch them in their high school play. But it's not all doom and gloom. In fact, there's some really good news for you too. YouTubing or streaming or painting or writing or anything else in this great grand world has one very strong thing in common. Rarely is the destination the reward. The reward is quite often the journey. And if you decide to YouTube or you decide to stream or write or paint or sing or whatever it is you choose to do in the world to create, you will find the creation process is very rewarding. It's very exciting to be able to share those things that were once in here or once in here with the world. That's the reward. The eventuality of success or failure is unimportant. What is important is right here, right now. Now, if I haven't talked you out of being a creative person yet, and if I did, you gotta let me know down below. Chances are you're the kind of person that needs to be on YouTube. You're the kind of person that needs to create and put it out there for the world to see, even if only a handful of people ever see it. Now, if you'd like, I'll continue the series with much more practical advice in the future. My next video, I want to focus on small channels and what they can do to get a little bit bigger. But beyond that, I hope that, you know, whether you succeed or fail, whether you continue to drudge through it, or whether or not you give up today, I love you either way. Best of luck.